Welcome to another Spreadsheeters video guide. You can find written instructions for these steps on the Spreadsheeters website. In this video, we'll see how to round to the nearest 100 in Excel. Excel is frequently used for calculations and has many features and tools that help in creating both complex and simple formulas. There are many functions that can be used also for rounding off of numbers. While rounding off to decimal places or rounding off the decimal places or rounding off to the nearest whole number are common, also rounding off to the nearest 100 and 1000 are common, especially when you want to create an approximation of data. So in this example, I have sales across multiple regions and for various quarters. And while these are the actual numbers, for the sake of a presentation, I would like to round off these numbers so that it's easier to compare the values between the regions. So Excel has 4 functions that you can use to round off the numbers, and we will look at each one of them. The first function is the round function. So let's see how that works. Type an equal sign and round. In this example, I've created another table to round off the numbers so that we can compare with the original number and understand how round works. Open brackets. So now I have to select the number. It's Q1 sale. And then the number of digits. Now, typically this is used to round off decimal places. So the number of digits refers to the number of digits after the decimal point. In this case, I want to round off to the nearest 100. So that comes to the left of the decimal point. So in this case, I have to make it a -2 since the 100 is at the second place. And close brackets. And I can see that the number has been rounded off. So the round function rounds either up or down depending on which 100 value is closest. That being done, I can now just drag this down to the rest of the column. So that is the first function. The second one is the round up. As the name indicates, of course, this again is the number and -2. As the name indicates, this rounds only up. So whatever the value is, it will always round it up to the nearest 100. I can then copy this down. Now the third one is the round down. And again, I just need to select the number and specify -2 as the number of digits to round to the nearest 100. And this one rounds down, always rounds down to the nearest 100. And then the final function is the M round. So now M round is slightly different. In this case, of course, it takes this number as an argument, but it gives it here you can specify the multiple. So that it could even be a decimal value. In this case, I wanted to round off to 100. So I specify 100, and this also rounds either up or down depending on the value. So these are 4 ways in which numbers can be rounded to the nearest 100 in Excel. You can choose whichever one suits your purpose the best. Please read the appended article for further guidance.